What's going on, runners? Welcome back to the run. Thank you guys for tuning in and tapping in with me again. I greatly appreciate y'all. Um, to all my subscribers, thank y'all for keeping y'all subscriptions up. And for all y'all that have been watching me and haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. And for everybody, please leave a comment, like the video. If you want to share it, cool. If not, I understand. But see, I'm out here in the yard. I know you guys usually see me sitting down, and I just recorded a video sitting down. I'm like, you know what? Look, just so y'all can look at me, see that I'm a full person. I haven't done one of these in a while. And I know you guys must think it's really cold out here where I'm from because I'm always wearing a sweatshirt, but it's because I'm fat and I don't like you guys seeing my body. So that's why I wear a sweatshirt. So I'm doing this for aesthetic purposes. Um, but I'm just getting off of work right now. Had a nice little short day, short routes on Sundays. Um, and I'm about to go back home and go to sleep. But before I do this, I need to let you guys know something. This is something that's been really bothering me. All right. I keep on my YouTube, on my YouTube page, not my the truck page, but on my YouTube page, I follow like truck channels, politics, things about aviation and space, and some things about Pokemon. But we won't get into the Pokemon stuff today. But I've been coming across a lot of videos where these people, these truck channels that are coming up, or that have been established, or they started as soon as they started making truck videos, whatever the case, have been coming up talking about why they hate trucking. And if you watched one of my videos before, you know that I made a video about I don't think I'm a trucker and you may not be either, or before you get in the truck industry. If you haven't, go check that video out. Pretty good video. I think that was one of the first videos I got over like 1,000 views or something like that. And I don't do this for the views. I don't get paid off of this. I just like talking, and I like talking to y'all. But a lot of these people have gotten in the trucking industry for like all of 5 minutes, and then like, oh, this is a horrible place, this is horrible, this is this is that, this is this. And it kind of makes me mad. And the reason why it makes me mad is because there's so many channels out there that have told you guys that this isn't the land of milk and honey. Like, you don't get your CDL and go over the road and think you're about to be freaking I don't know, what's the Bill Gates, you know? No one's ever said that. No one's ever up-talked the trucking industry. They say it's good to get your CDL because it's a license. As long as you keep it, you'll always have a job. And so far in my life, that has held true for me to this day. Look at me now. I'm with this company, which even though I have their logo on, all thoughts, whatever, are my own, not the company. I just like wearing a sweater because I'm fat and I don't want you guys to see my body. But look where I'm at now. I'm dumping trash. Where was I before? I was over the road. Where was I before? Delivering food. Where was I before that? Delivering food. Where was I before that? Over the road. So you see, like, I've always been able to have a job. Most people in this that are over the road truckers, they're always going to have a job as long as you keep yourself clean. But here's what I want. Here's where I'm going to start hitting people. And I want to disclaimer this. I'm not talking about owner operators. I don't know too much about owner operators because I myself am not an owner operator. But to all you owner operators out there, I can see the struggle that you guys have been going through, and I can't talk to it too much, but I can see it. Okay, but I'm leaving them out of this conversation. I'm gonna really kind of tap in on the lease guys and kind of tap in on the company drivers. Okay, and you know, I know it's kind of dark because the sun's behind my truck, but if you guys can see me better like this, I'll stand like this. So let me start off with the ladies. There are a lot of female truck drivers out there. There are a lot of female truck driving channels. To my ladies that are thinking about getting in this truck driving and going to be over the road, this is a very nasty, gritty, male-dominated field. Not saying that you can't do it, because there are a lot of female truckers out here making it happen and can back up better than a lot of these men can. And respect to that, one of my good friends is still out there trucking. But Do not look to these female influencers and think you're going to be like them. Understand that these are influencers. They are truck drivers, but they do stuff for Instagram, they do stuff for Facebook or whatever. So they can look dolled up and prettied up and all this stuff like that. 90% of the women do not drive like that over the road. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. You see them at the truck stops. You see them at the shippers, at a Albertsons, at a Prologue. Like, they don't look like that. They're not all dolled up pretty. Nobody's driving this truck in heels or anything like that. Now, if getting dolled up and stuff just on a normal day for you, that's just you. Hey, I get it. That's you. But that's not a normal thing. They get paid and they hustle. So they make that out to be a balance, but that is not an everyday. You will be out here. Most of the females that I've seen at a fuel island, they hop off, they got their bonnet on, they walk out with their shoes, their gloves, they're greasy, and they're doing their thing. That's kind of what the lifestyle's like. You may not shower for a day, maybe. That's just it. That's just that. You may not shower for a day. You may not hop out the truck for a day. You may be in a truck stop in the middle of nowhere. All right, some of these places aren't safe. Some of these places are people are trying to break into your trucks. People are trying to steal your cargo, stuff like that. So it can be wild out here. But if you get in thinking that you're gonna drive like this girl that's driving and looking all dolled up and da-da-da-da, man, that is for the internet. They do not do that every day. A small percentage of them do. So before you go and decide to get your CDL and do that, hey, just look into it. You can do it, and I believe in you. Trust me. Like I said, there are some females out here that handle that truck better than some men that have been out here for years. But don't let the influencers influence you into a dead end. That's one thing. Second thing, a lot of the people that I've been hearing with these channels got into it because they seen a channel like mine. Now, the difference between my channel is I'm broke. I don't make any money off of this. I'm hustling just like you are. I'm working this 9 to 5, or really it's like 11 hours or so. But I'm making my money just like you. Okay, I'm out here making this money as the best way that I can to feed my pockets, feed my daughter, and live a good life. Right? I have the same struggles. I may have more struggles than the most, but I don't portray my life to be perfect on here. Where I've seen some people that portray their life to be perfect on here, and it's like, okay, that's a small percentage. But let me tell you how it's really gonna go. You're gonna get your CDL. You're gonna have limited amount of options. If you are getting your CDL because you've seen Joe Blow get their CDL, and then they start making $100,000 a year, let me tell you, that is the exception to the rule. That is not the general person. All right, you're gonna start out this mega carrier. You're gonna make about $50,000 a year. If you have no bills, or maybe 40, depends on where you're at. But if you have no bills, perfect. If you have bills, it's not gonna be all that perfect. It's gonna take about a year for you to make your money, like your real money. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. And that's just because it's gonna take a while for the company to trust you, for the company to give you better routes, to give you better miles, so you could prove yourself that you could actually run this stuff. And they're not losing money on you. Because there are some people that drive these trucks and they're just looking for a place to sleep. They'll go and do one run, and then they may not do a run for a couple of days, and then hey, I have to get out. And this is just their home. This is where they live. Literally. Not just I live here for the 2 or 3 weeks that I'm out, but like this is their home. If you go to like these mega carriers parking lots, there's cars that haven't moved in maybe a year, got dust on it, cobwebs on it, on flats, because these people, they live in their trucks. Hey, if you're homeless and you got a CDL, it's the fastest way to get a home. So if you're getting into it because you've seen somebody and they look like their lifestyle is lavish, that's not the norm. They're getting money elsewhere. Or maybe with one company and they got lucky. After a year, most companies will take you 6 months to a year. There are some companies that'll take you right off the gate, but most want 6 months to a year of experience, clean driver record, nothing on your clearinghouse. Just, that's it. Let's see, I talked about the pay. if you got into the trucking industry like I did, I got in at 21. I had knew nothing about it. I just knew I needed to make money. I needed a job. From 2020 to about 2023, that's when trucking was the best because the miles were there. They were trying to ship. People were at home. All those good and wonderful things, right? So we were making money. Some people didn't want to. And if you were ever in the military, this will sound familiar. When I joined the military in 2005, what the hell? Nobody wanted to join the military. Nobody wanted to go to war. Nobody wanted to do this, whatever. When I joined, the GI Bill wasn't in the post 9/11 wasn't in effect. It was the Montgomery GI Bill. Once a lot of us got in around that 2002, 2005 time frame, and then they changed over to the post 9/11, then all these vets were getting out, making all this money, going to school for underwater basket weaving and all this stuff, and people were coming home with Camaros and Challengers and Chargers and stuff like that. Now everybody wanted to get in the military. Now everybody was like, oh, I can get a Camaro, I can get some Jordans, I can get this lifted truck, I can do this. Remember? If you remember, I remember, you remember, right? So that's kind of how trucking was. Trucking was like, I'm not about to sit in this truck forever. But then people started really making money because capacity, there weren't enough truckers for the loads that were going out. So they were paying premium for these guys to run these loads. They were making some real money. So they would put it and, show it on social media. And now everybody's like, oh, wait, I could be a trucker now. Let me go be a trucker, and then, I can start this business with trucking, or I can start this business with trucking. All those people got into this industry, not for the right reasons. Once it took a dive, right now, it's taking a dive. Now all these companies are falling off. These trucking gurus are dying off or going to jail. Only the real truckers are still around. And they're the ones that are going to benefit once everything stabilizes out, because they're the ones that's going to be running. Don't let the influencers, again, like I said about the females, don't let the influencers influence you into a dead end. Okay? And it makes me mad, like I said in the beginning, because people are getting into this industry for the wrong reasons and then cutting and running and going somewhere else. Not to say that you can do that, but the problem is that company depended on you as a driver. Because you couldn't take it or because you didn't do your research, now they're down. Some store didn't get their load. There's stories of drivers like, this isn't for me. They parked the truck fully loaded and dipped. That's horrible. Your mama taught you better than that. Your daddy should have taught you better than that. You know what I'm saying? So when I see these people complain about the trucking industry, the owner operators, I feel, because their business and their livelihood is directly affected by what's going on. You lease operators, if you let them sucker you into a lease, you deserve it. Not in a lease in general, but if you let them sucker you into a bad lease and then the market turned because you didn't do your research, you deserve it. And that's coming from the heart. If you did your research and planned your life and your bills out to where even in the hard times, you can still make that truck payment, because at the end of the day, at the end of the week, that settlement's still coming, whether the market's good or not. So if you set yourself up for success, I feel bad for you if you're struggling. But if you just got into it thinking that you're going to do something, because I was that guy. Thank God California put that law in place to where you couldn't be a lease operator. Because had I had done that, I'd have screwed myself. 100% screwed myself. Because I wasn't ready for that. Because I didn't do the research. Because I didn't watch the market. I feel that if you're going to be a lease driver, you should at least have some background in trucking, or owner operator have some background in trucking, or at least have been a driver for a year. That way you've watched the market go up, watch it come down, watch it stabilize. In a year, it could do that. But I don't want to get too long-winded, because this was a really frustrating topic for me. And while I'm talking to you guys, I'm gonna cut down my truck. But you guys have to understand that these companies don't care about you. These companies don't care about you. You got to care about yourself, and you got to care about your own pockets. If trucking isn't what you want to do in your heart, and that means either over the road, local, trash, whatever, you don't want to put that CDL to use, Don't even go and attempt it. Don't even pay the $10,000 it takes to even get into this industry. It's ridiculous because you're just going to run into nothing but problems. Why would you put yourself in that position and then go online and complain about it to everybody else and make it seem like, oh, it's their problem? You're okay. You did everything that you could. There's a small percentage of us that have actually did the research and said, you know what? It still didn't work out. But I did everything that I could. I'm just going to move on. And I just chose wrong. So I know it seems like I've been all over the place with this. Like I said, it was just a really frustrating topic for me. But I hope all you guys closing out this year, if you're really thinking about it, you're doing it for the right reasons, and you made every choice that you can make, and you made it in the best interest of yourself. When you go to these mega carriers, don't let these recruiters recruit you. It's only going to take one company. You're going to go to one company, you're going to see the tactics, you're going to get there, and you're going to be like, oh, this isn't what I want. You go to your next company, you're going to be like, okay, I like this, because you know now. Or I don't like this, and I know it early enough before I let something happen to me, and you get out. But don't let these influencers and these recruiters influence or recruit you into some BS, because then you're going to hate it. But if you do hate it and you're over the road and you made all the right decisions and things ain't right, hey, get on this YouTube, make you a channel. You don't have to get a mic or anything like that like I got, or like some of these people got, and talk about your experience. Because the more you put your experience out there, the more you put your experience out there, there's going to be a guy or a gal that's looking to get in this industry and is searching the internet frantically for some information. Usually they want to hear good and bads. The more people that are out there putting this information out, the better a decision that this person is going to have. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. It is a Sunday. It is a beautiful day in San Diego. All you guys that are in the snow, sucks to suck. But hey, at least you guys are having like an actual like wintertime Christmas kind of deal. But I'm about to go to sleep because I've been up since 2:30 this morning. But until we meet again, friends, runners, have the most amazing day that you can. Have the most amazing week that you can. I appreciate all of y'all. Please listen to what I said. Go to some of these trucking channels. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Just type in why I left blank, and you're going to see. A lot of these people have genuine gripes. I just have a problem with the people that just didn't do their research and just went in and now are bad-mouthing an entire industry without any real sufficient evidence. So until we meet again, my friends, peace, love. I'll see y'all at the fuel island, or well, actually I probably won't see y'all at the fuel island, but I'll definitely see you at a dumpster near you. All right, catch you guys later. Peace.